Hi, it's Nancy welcoming you to Garden Scroll.
This reddish right here, that's for me. And this reddish right here, that's for me.
You gonna pull me out one?
Oh, well, I'll share part of mine. You won't want two?
Oh no, one's good enough, I
Okay,
think.
that's good.
They look good, Dad. You did
Yeah.
good.
Ready to eat. Clean enough to eat.
Almost.
Yeah.
Oh, that radish was so good. I'm not even that fond of radishes, but it was good. To have something fresh from the garden is wonderful. And then these came in the mail today, and this is my polymer prints. This is the third one that I've had, maybe more actually, but the others, if I got some, they didn't live, but two of mine lived for a good while. I just love this little plant. I love its curly leaves. I love the deep, deep, dark green and with the lighter green, and it's just a beauty. I'm going to put it in its little pot I have reserved for it. And then I got this passion flower. It's like a tassel flower, so it's just wonderful. And when I first saw this bloom off of this, I screamed. It was so pretty, but I wasn't able to keep that either. Neither of these, of course, are hardy. The begonia I'll take in, and this one I'll probably try to bring in and see if I can get it to live too. It's so pretty. I love both of these plants, and anxious to get them back in my garden. While I was looking through my seeds, I found these little spike. These are like a little 5 to 7 inch spike plants in the Veronica family that are for ground cover. And I've got an area here where I haven't, actually I think I may have some elephant ears planted here, but there's some just open ground where things come up like this, grass. I can find it there. I don't know if you're seeing a sprig of grass there or not, but I do see one right there. It is. So or weeds. So I'm going to go ahead and plant these here. They may not come up. I've had them for several years, but it would be wonderful if they did. Then these beautiful little spikes would come up instead of weeds. So that little job is done. And planting a seed is one of those jobs you do and it doesn't look like you've done anything. But hopefully, and you have a chance that you'll be out here one day just looking around or watering, and there will be a little plant, and then later there will be a bloom, a beautiful little bloom. I hope that happens in this case. And this is my little pot that I have reserved for my polymer prints. Just waiting for my prints. And again, because I've learned that begonias also love the African violet potting mix, that's what I'm going to fill this up with. And I have had much better luck with them in this type of soil, so I want to give them everything I can to make them do well, be healthy, and keep living for me. And my niece Lacey taught me about this red rock at the bottom of the stems of different plants. The one I learned it from on hers was her calabrachoa, and it was just doing so beautifully at her house. And so I've had good luck with it helping, even my begonias, what kind do they call them, the beautiful non-stop begonias, and I didn't get any of those this year, unless I did plant some bulbs from last year, so hopefully they will come up. But things like that need their little stem, they have more of a little watery stem, and they can just kind of keel over right at the bottom of their stem when their stem gets too wet. So hopefully this will help. It has in times past, but it's looking gorgeous already. Oh, great. Armadillos are back. I hate those things. So here's my little bacopa. Its first day back in the pot, and I hope it decides to love where it's living and just keep on going. And I wanted to show you this little coleus. While it doesn't look like much, I trimmed it back because it had totally wilted down. The pot was not draining well, and it's right under the eave of the house where it gets the rain drip, and it had just about drowned out. So I trimmed it to almost nothing, and it's coming back. I hope it keeps doing well too. And my little purple heart is definitely purpling up. It's looking good. As soon as I got all the old dead stuff off of it, it just decided to show off a little bit. And I think as the season wears on, it will show off even more. So I am at my friend Susie's house right now, and this is her strawberry pot with the impatiens. Doesn't it just look great? And you know what she said? She said, I don't have anything else blooming. Watch, look at this. You may be like her and think you don't have anything, but to us that haven't seen it, look at this gorgeous, look at this. I think it's all beautiful. And you can tell she does much better on tomatoes than I do. I have a tomato plant, no tomatoes on it. Here's some more tomatoes. Strawberries. Are there any red ones on there?
No,
not now.
Stop bearing.
Okay. And then pretty petunias. Oh, this is that little pot. Let me get my shadow out of the picture so I can really see just the pot. Isn't that pretty? Oh, and there's your black-eyed Susan vine. That's what I got today with some obelisk. And I love this little fountain. Was it here all along and I hadn't noticed it before till you had it running? It was there. Well, it's gorgeous. I love it. I love that sound. So refreshing. What color is your, is this a hibiscus?
That one is, I don't remember, but one is a deep burgundy and the other one is a pink.
Oh, how pretty. I think I lost my deep burgundy when I had one, but I don't think I do anymore. So pretty. And I know most of the clematis are gone. I actually ordered a couple of clematis on sale, because they're starting to put stuff on sale now. Mm-hmm. And that's what I got what I got today at home was a couple of obelisks to put my new little clematis on it. Look at this. This is what I tell you all the time that I can't do. And here it is, just shining and looking beautiful. And Susie, does this last all year for you?
No.
It doesn't? I just knew you were going to tell me yes, it did.
Yeah.
But till frost, I mean?
No.
No. Mm. Mine don't either. I wish I could get them too. They're so beautiful. I like your little sheep too.
That's her mama.
I like your mom's little sheep. I see you have some lilies over there too.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I'm gonna go up there and get closer to the lilies.
That just came up from volunteer. I mean, that whatever that is.
Oh, so she just said that this marigold came back just from last year. Isn't it pretty? Mine are still, well, actually, I don't think I have any up yet, but I do have some seeds in the ground, so I'm hoping to have some.
See, and I don't know if that's going to kill my phlox or not, but you see all that?
Yeah, I've heard that you can take and cut some of that off, and that it's caused because they're not getting air in between it. So, and you can just cut it down, but not take the root out, and then you really don't lose any of it. But if you want to keep it that way, I guess you'd have to keep cutting it back. But it'll let air in through there, and that's why it gets that, because it's not that powdery mildew or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
And just trim it back where it can get some air, and it should be fine.
I sprayed it with something, but I can't tell what it helped or not.
Yeah, I do that too, and I can't tell either. My zinnias get this really bad. They're still so pretty. I keep on planting them anyways.
Get out of there, Maisie. Maisie. Get out of there, Maisie.
Oh, and this is one thing I wanted to get on here, is this big old beautiful hosta. I think that is so pretty. Mine will never get this big because I have them in pots, but I like them that way too. I mean, they come back and they're pretty, but they don't look anything like that. That is so beautiful.
That one's been there for years. I probably need to divide it, but I never have.
It looks like it's doing great.
Here's a question I have for you. You know, Frank's got me that, that vine that you told me
Yeah, mine had seemed like a long time before it really bloomed either. Once we moved it, it was under my window, and I thought I might be allergic to it because I had headaches so bad all the time. But after we moved it, it was something else, because once I got my diabetes medicine, it just the headaches went away pretty much. Look at this beautiful.
And I had one last year.
That's what I hear, but I cannot. I've never had time to get going. It was beautiful.
Ronnie.
This is a hydrangea. I've seen it in bloom. It's gorgeous.
Getting with it.
You know, I love those, and those stay open in the daytime, but then they kind of close up in the evening.
Yeah.
It was prettier today, but
Yeah, sometimes mine just pretty much stop, but then after a rain, they'll just fill right back out.
yeah.
What is this?
Well, that's how. It has red.
It seems like I should know. Is it maybe a?
You say it, I'll know what it is.
I can't think of the name of this little plant, but I think I do have one. And if I can think of it, I'll put it on here for you so you can see it. There's another big basket of mini petunias or calabachoa. And then this is another. I know what this is. This is a black-eyed Susie vine. Another one. This is the deep.
I think Frank said I have maybe one seed of that white one you gave me.
Well, it'll be enough to fill up once it gets going. Those white ones are really pretty too.
We don't do wood in it though.
Oh.
We used to, but now we just do gas. That's the only thing you like.
I love just the rose moss. There's so much around here still to see. I love her little gardens. More clematis vine. Oh, look at these beautiful white splashed purple petunias.
I'll picture her doing this.
Ronnie, do not let her give me that plant. No, I'm not. That's your plant, and I'm not taking your plant.
No, Junior's always on there.
This is a little Henry clematis, not necessarily little. If you've seen the Henry clematis, they're humongous, at least 8 inches across. But I told her that I think mine might have died, and she said, well, this one's yours. And then we fought over to see who got to have it. And I don't know if I won or lost, because I tried to give it back to her, and she won that, but I won the plant. So we had a good time anyway. It was nice, like when we were teenagers. We have stepped over into Susie's neighbor's house now, or his yard, and he has some beautiful flowers there. Susie says he starts a lot of his from seed, but they're all beautiful, and I'm fixing to show you a beautiful dahlia that's not quite open, but open enough you can see that beautiful color. Please be sure to like and to subscribe to the channel.